We are the Braxtons and you'll see. I know I can't sing, y'all, alright? Just playing, alright? Don't click off the video yet. If you want to see the full episode to the Braxtons, then you should go ahead and look in my description box down below and click the link, alright? Because I'll hook you up. And for that, you should hook me up with a like. Go ahead, go over there to the little thumbs button over there, the thumbs up button, and push that for you, girl, alright? Thank you. Thank you. And heck, why not just stick around until the video's over? It ain't gonna be that long. Go ahead, stick around, watch the review, and then go check out the Braxtons. Or pause this, go check out the Braxtons, and then come watch the review. Alright? Alright. So we're gonna get into this. I recorded this some hours ago. Come to find out, after I uploaded and processed it, everything, I pushed publish, and it did not have any sound. I was so pissed off. I was so pissed off because I went through all that and it didn't have any sound. Couple hours of waiting for it to upload and process all that, and it didn't have any sound. But now there's sound, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on. Alright, so the girls are back from Jamaica, and they're all in LA together again, you know, before they separate. This is their last day before they separate, and they're at, like, brunch or lunch or something, and they're just talking about how much fun they had in Jamaica. Tony says she feels still like she got the doobie up in her, and they cracking jokes, and they ask about Trina and Gabe. And Trina's always like, I love Gabe, okay, you know. And they like, well, you love. She's like, no, I don't love. I just love Gabe. And Tamar's is like, well, that's good. You always say you love Gabe, because Tawanda don't never say it. And then she's like, Tawanda, you don't never say I love Andre. And Tawanda's like, nope, I sure don't. Tawanda, that's why you be having a breakdown, because you don't like expressing your emotions. You don't like being vulnerable, alright? You got to let them emotions out sometimes, okay? Alright. And the mother, I don't know when she creeped in. I guess they just skipped that part out. But she's just so happy that her girls are getting along like they used to. They're just joking and laughing and just doing all kind of stuff. And she's happy with that. So, they get back to Atlanta. Trina is back in Atlanta and Gabe is moving in. And she tells Gabe, you know, she's so happy that he's moving back in. And she's like, well, you know, I think we need to start setting some rules here, alright? I think when you're out alone, you should not take pictures with women by yourself. And he's like, well, I don't know about that. She's like, you don't know about that. Gabe, that was the problem before. You were cheating. There were pictures of you and women. Don't take pictures by yourself with these women. And he's like, well, what about IG and Twitter? She's like, what about it? Like, you don't need it. And he's like, well, so I'm not supposed to interact with other people. And she's like, how about we have a Trina and Gabe IG? And he's like, no, I don't know about that. And it's like, Gabe, you just got your ass in this house. All your stuff ain't even moved in yet. You about to get kicked out, alright? Come on, Gabe, don't fuck this up. Do you really think that those other things are so important that you gonna jeopardize or potentially jeopardize your marriage again? I guess you figure it's shit. Trina keep taking me back anyways. I fuck up, she just gonna take me back again. He's talking about how it's been a year since he had been a single man, and now he's come back into the marriage life, and it just feels so weird. And it's like, okay, Gabe, but I thought this is what you wanted. You wanted to be married. You wanted to be with your wife and your kids. So, come on, Gabe, get it together. It's not that serious. So, Trina and Tracy and Tawanda moved a couple days after Gabe just, moved in Trina's house. They moved to LA to do a CD, the Braxton CD, Gospel / Inspiration CD, for 2 months. Now they rented this big old mansion, and it was beautiful. I don't think they needed all that space, but I guess they wanted for when their families come or whatever. And they're checking it out. Tracy gets the master bedroom or whatever. They go in there, they have a movie room, and they're loving, ooh, this is going to be great. And Trina's like, when Gabe comes to visit, we're going to have sex in here. Y'all can't be in here. And they're like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. There will be no sex in here. And she's like, what are you talking about? We just got back together. Why can't we have sex in here? And they like, we don't want your pussy boots all over the place. And I know that's right. Who the hell want all your damn juices and shit all over the damn movie family room? Okay, come on now. This is not your house alone, Trina. This is nasty. Alright? That's nasty. You stand with your sisters. Let's not do that in it. Do that in your room, okay? Let's not do that in the movie family room, alright? So then, Tracy, Trina, Tawanda, Tony, Tamar, all of them, they go out to eat or whatever. And Tracy tells them, we've been out here for marriage boot camp. And she's like, well, my husband, Kevin, was up on a lie detector test. And they asked him, has he been cheating? And his fool said, yes, I've been cheating. And, she was pissed off. And Tony's like, well, how did you feel about that, Tracy? She was like, I felt betrayed. I wanted to put my hands on him so bad. It took everything in me not to put my hands on him. And Tony's like, well, that's not a deal breaker for you, is it? And she's like, no, it's not a deal breaker. If he put his hands on me, that's a deal breaker. And, Tony's like, oh, okay. And so in her confession, she's like, Trina and Tracy obviously have open marriages because they keep staying with their husbands while they cheating on them. Now me, I'm like my mama, okay? Soon as my mama found out about the cheating, she left. I'm just like her. They're like my daddy, okay? We two different people. Because I can't deal with it. And I'm with you on that, Tony. Okay? Even if I can't deal with the cheating either, but even if, they cheated on and they learned their lesson, they stopped, they're not going to do it again, you're going to work it out fine. But these motherfuckers keep cheating on y'all. What is wrong with y'all? Whatever. Go ahead, to each his own. You want to deal with that, do you, boo. Do you. Tony and Tamar, they end up going to acupuncture. And Tamar goes to acupuncture. She's basically the only one getting it. All the little needles in. Even though she doesn't like needles, she says these needles are way more smaller. And they make you feel like you high. Like you want something. And Tamar's like, well, I wanted to bring you up here. She's talking to, I wanted to bring you up here, Tony, because I wanted to talk about this album. And I just don't feel like we should do an album and we got all these problems. I feel like we should get over all of our problems. We should solve those before we start doing that. And Tony's like, well, I'm glad that you're telling me this. She was like, yeah, because we're going to have to go on tour and promote this, and it's not going to be good. We got all these issues. And she's so hot right now. I don't even know. I don't even know how she can get high from acupuncture. But it was definitely interesting. So then Tony and Tamar go visit Tawanda in the new rental house. And, Trina's like, everything was good, but I had a dream that these demons were chasing me. And you know, it was crazy, and I couldn't move. And then I was just like, stop or something, and she just woke up in the middle of it, like, while she couldn't move. And then, you know, Tracy's like, oh, well, I had a dream that somebody was watching me. And Tamar's like, okay, so y'all both had dreams like that. All right, Tony, I'm gonna see you, girl. It's time to go. And they like, no, Tamar, ain't no time to go. It's fine. Ain't no demons in here, okay? And then they start singing, I ain't scared no demons. They start singing like a little, you know, gospel song. I ain't scared no demons. The blood of Jesus has covered me. I ain't scared no demons. And I hope they do come out with a gospel inspiration or album. I hope they can get their stuff together, because their chemistry with music is so great. They just make up songs on the spot, and then, you know, the girls just follow along. One starts a song and the girls just follow along. I think that is great. I hope that they can get their stuff together eventually. So, Tawanda, you know, they start, Tony and Tamar start telling them about the acupuncture. And Tawanda's like, when I go to a spa or anything like that, I like to get my vagina steamed with herbs and everything, and it makes it tighter. And Tamar's like, oh, no, man, we don't do that. And Tony and the rest of them like, oh, we're down for that. We should do that. And Tamar's like, well, I guess I'll be, you know, a team player, and I'll go do it. So they end up going to the spa to get their vaginas steamed up. And they all sitting there, you know, with their coochies open over the steamer. And they're talking about the album. And Tamar starts to talk about how she wants this. She thinks that they should do it independently, because independently is going to bring them more coins, and it's 5 of them, so they need more coins. They do it with a major label, they're not going to make that much money. Tony disagrees. She feels they need a major label behind them, you know, to basically be the machine that they need to get them everywhere. Tony thinks that being independent would be too much work, and Tamar's like, independent is not too much work, you just gotta hire the right people to do what you need. And I agree with Tamar. I mean, I guess Tony is more of she's used to being on a label, and I guess more independently didn't become hot until a few years ago, so Tamar gets that, you know, independence is gonna get you more coins. All you need to do, hire you the right team. And then Tony's like, well, I can't do anything independent anyways, because I have an exclusive contract with Motown. And it's like, okay, well, why are y'all having this conversation, Tony? You should have told them at the beginning when y'all started talking about the CD that y'all was, that you can only do Motown. So now they have to get a contract with Motown, and I hope that works out for them. I hope they get their stuff together. That's it for this episode. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at JazzChapman, and y'all be easy, alright?